watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unat Gentry. It is Tuesday, September 5th. We hope you had a safe and dry Labor Day weekend. Well, the sun is back out now, but heavy rains were the main story. But first, we're telling you about a stabbing that took place late Friday afternoon. News 25 caught up with Sheriff Joe McGill, who's telling us more.
So last Friday afternoon, also there was an incident in Pahrump involving a stabbing. That came as a result of a neighbor dispute. One individual was stabbed. It was somewhat superficial. The subject who stabbed that individual fled the scene prior to deputies arriving. The injured individual was taken to Desert View Hospital for treatment, and the individual who stabbed him is still outstanding. We have completed an investigation into this incident and gathered all the facts and submitted a report to the district attorney's office for potential prosecution. It appears that it may be a situation of self-defense, but we're not really sure at this point, so we are submitting it to the DA's office. The individual who fled the scene is identified as Rex Taylor Fairbanks. He is not wanted in connection with this incident. However, he is wanted for probation violation, and if anybody knows his whereabouts, please contact the sheriff's office, 775-751-7000, or you can contact Secret Witness Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555, and you can remain anonymous.
And a two-vehicle crash occurs on Highway 160 on Labor Day, resulting in one person being transported to UMC in Las Vegas. RJ Camacho gives us those details.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
On September 4th yesterday, a crash occurred on Highway 160 near mile marker 27. The collision involved a black Chevy Traverse, which was traveling southbound when a flatbed tow truck was reportedly heading in the same direction. The black Chevy Traverse allegedly attempted to pass the flatbed tow truck on the right-hand side, using the shoulder of the highway. However, the pass was misjudged, leading to a collision that resulted in significant damage to the Traverse. Due to the severity of the injury sustained by the driver of the Chevy, they were transported to UMC Medical Center in Vegas via Mercy Air. At the time of the incident, the driver of the truck was reported to be uninjured. Multiple agencies were on scene, including Nevada Highway Patrol and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue. According to the Nevada Highway Patrol, both speed and a potential DUI were significant factors regarding this crash. Due to the crash, Nevada Highway Patrol has issued a stern reminder about the dangers of excessive speed and have emphasized that when drivers choose to travel at high speeds, they not only put themselves in danger, but jeopardize the safety of others on the road.
Well, if you're in the category of women, infants, or children in need of services, listen up. Nye County WIC will be conducting WIC interviews tomorrow in Amargosa Valley.
Nye County WIC will be conducting WIC appointments in Amargosa Valley September 6th at the Community Center, 1640 East Farm Road from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The WIC program serves infants, children under 5 years of age, and pregnant or new mothers. They provide healthy foods, nutrition education, and referrals to many other valuable community resources. For further information, call 775-727-4884. That number once again, 775-727-4884.
And road closures will be starting today for those in Las Vegas in an effort to widen the 215's Bruce Woodbury Beltway.
Starting today, September 5th, road closures associated with a major project to widen the Clark County 215 Bruce Woodbury Beltway between Interstate 15 and Jones Boulevard in the southern Las Vegas Valley were announced. This includes overnight closures on the eastbound CC 215 Beltway, Jones to Las Vegas Boulevard, with only one lane being left open for traffic. This will be occurring from Sunday through Thursday from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. The closures that will be occurring starts today with the Decatur Boulevard on-ramp to the eastbound CC 215. Tomorrow on Wednesday, September 6th, the Decatur on-ramp to westbound CC 215. Thursday on September 7th, the CC 215 eastbound ramp to Las Vegas Boulevard. And on Friday, September 8th, the CC 215 eastbound on-ramp to northbound I-15. The I-15 northbound ramp to the southbound CC 215, and the Las Vegas Boulevard ramp to the westbound CC 215.
Hawaii's governor now reports that they are investigating any predatory attempts to have residents sell their homes, and there's more information concerning the coverage of Maui wildfires.
On September 1st, it was announced by Hawaii Governor Josh Green that his administration has opened several investigations into those who have allegedly made unsolicited offers for property in Lahaina. The governor also spoke about the emergency order he signed in an effort to stop prospective property buyers from taking advantage of the residents in Maui who have lost their homes due to the fire. Governor Josh Green stated that it becomes functionally impossible for anyone to, in a predatory way, approach any of our victims and try to buy their house out from under them while they're struggling or suffering. We enhance penalties to a year in jail and a $5,000 fine if people approach in a predatory way or they approach anyone unsolicited to sell their property. The governor clarified that residents who approach companies to sell their lands are allowed to do so, and those do not fall under the predatory category he's speaking of. Green continued, stating, "We want to build the way the people of Lahaina want. The state's not going to make any moves or take any initiative to build anything unless it is asked for by the community." In other news regarding Maui, people of the community are bracing for the long process in order to make water safe again for the people. Currently, tests have shown no concerning levels of contaminants in the drinking water. However, extensive testing is still needed due to access to most of Lahaina being slowed from hazardous conditions and searching for human remains. John Stufflebean, the director of the Maui County Department of Water Supplies, stated that some areas under the unsafe water advisory could be cleared to use their tap water in a couple of weeks. However, experts suggest that it could take months or even years before the water is safe and fully restored for the most damaged areas. Residents of Upper Kula and Lahaina were told not to use their water on August 11th. One water quality test that occurred on the northwest edge of Lahaina showed that the water contained low levels of benzene, a chemical that is known to cause cancer. However, it was within federal safety limits. The interior pipes of homes and other structures were burned as well as the buildings that housed them. This also includes exterior pipes that were shallow buried, which connected buildings to the public water line and the water meters. However, Stufflebean has assured that the utilities reservoirs, pumps, wells, and treatment plants for Maui and its people have not been affected, and it's unlikely that main lines, which are the thick pipes buried far deeper, were burned. The Department of Water Supply for Maui County plans to expand the number of chemicals it's looking for while testing. However, the utility company is stretched thin trying to restore the water system, leaving little to no time for public outreach. Stufflebean has admitted to the not-so-terrific communication, and the department is working on enhancing said communication.
All right, don't grab that remote because we're giving you an update on the flash flooding, and I saw it with my own eyes where parts of 160 were washed away by those flash floods near Tacoma Road. All that and more when we return.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, heavy rain late Friday brings flash flooding to Highway 160 near Tacoma Road. That roadway was closed for hours until traffic could be diverted back toward Las Vegas, and others caught in those floodwaters had to be rescued, including a fire chief and Nevada Highway Patrol. And so now we're speaking with Sheriff Joe McGill and Fire Chief Scott Lewis, who are telling us more.
Last Friday evening, a flood advisory was issued by the National Weather Service in our area. At about 4 in the afternoon, we received information that the water was flowing over the roadway, and I responded to the area and made contact with the Nevada Highway Patrol sergeant in the area. He advised he was closing the roadway due to safety concerns. We were able to meter or pilot car vehicles on the northbound coming into Pahrump from Las Vegas. However, we had to bring them into the southbound travel lanes of Highway 160. Those lanes were much more clear than the northbound lanes were. During that operation, the situation got worse, and the Nevada Highway Patrol sergeant was overcome by the flooding in his area. He and the Clark County Fire Chief from Mountain Springs both were swept under the fire truck by the water, and they had to take refuge on top of the fire truck. We had a dozer from the County Road Department respond to the area. They took those 2 individuals off the fire truck, bringing them to safety. Also during that incident, there was another individual just south of our location. His vehicle was swept off the roadway due to the flooding, and he was stranded out in the desert from the water flowing around him. We were able to remove him from that location, bring him back to safety, and shortly after, the rain settled down and we were able to clear up the road. It was about 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night when we finally were able to reopen the road to both directions. During that time, the Highway 95 in the area of mile marker 100 in Clark County was also overcome by the flooding. That highway was closed, and there were several rescues performed up in that area, but I don't have any specific details of that because I was out on the 160.
So as crews were working to secure the people who were stranded on Highway 160, we experienced the same situation that occurred on the Highway 95 in the area of mile marker 100, which too is located in Clark County. That roadway was subsequently closed. So those that were rerouted away from 160 to return to Pahrump, who had traveled to the 95 corridor, were also became trapped in traffic and had to be rerouted back. So most of our motorists were tied up for several hours while those roadways were cleared.
And now more information on that story.
Busy weekend for Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue. Over the weekend, we were dispatched to Highway 160 and approximately mile marker 34 for water rescue assignments. As part of the mutual aid assignment, we respond with all-wheel drive apparatus, including both fire and EMS in a command vehicle. Upon arrival, we found that emergency responders were trapped on top of a fire apparatus owned by Clark County Fire. We accommodated a local or a front-end loader that was operating in the area, utilized their front bucket to effect rescues of those emergency responders, and also several individuals and 2 dogs from the vehicles that were also trapped in the same floodwaters. Very serious conditions, high flowing water, debris field, including boulders, cacti that was coming off of the mountains, in addition to road erosion on the shoulders, and including some of the crossover roadways were also deteriorating to the point where they're cracking apart. Some of the vehicles were stranded in the floodwaters on the road surface. Others had been washed away or in ditches on either side of the road. We, in total, removed 6 people from the trapped cars, while other rescues were affected by Clark County Fire in around the mile marker 32 area. This is south of Tacoma towards Las Vegas, and where floodwater is coming down on the very south end of the alluvial fan. The majority of that water, affected some areas of Pahrump on the south end of the valley, but the majority of the significant waters remained within Clark County.
All right, and when we return, we're going from rain to fire. They say lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, but apparently fires do. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, we told you about it the first time it caught on fire. Now a structure fire breaks out yet again. And News 25 is speaking with Fire Chief Scott Lewis to find out what's happening.
On Saturday, crews were dispatched in the afternoon to a report of a structure fire. As they were responding, it was noted that this was the same structure that had been involved in a previous fire approximately 2 weeks ago. This was an unsecured vacant structure located in Mance near Hawkins Way. Crews arrived to find the structure fully involved. There were no life safety issues attached to the incident. They commenced a defensive exterior attack in an area without hydrants and quickly controlled that fire with no issue. The fire remains under investigation, but is suspected to be arson in nature.
All right, and now Bill Perna is telling us about broadband installation and how you can save money.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Hello, we're here today to talk about broadband installation and the ways that you can save money on your broadband bill. So we're undergoing this new fiber to the home project right now, and there's a really great way that you're going to be able to save money, and it's called the Affordable Connectivity Program. It's sponsored through the FCC. We have approximately 260 members on that program already. What we would like to do is get that out to the membership, because there is a lot of people out there that can qualify for this program that are not on this program. So like if you're getting Medicaid, if you're getting SNAP, if you're getting WIC, if you are receiving reduced school lunches, which anybody that's in the Nye County area that has children in school, they automatically are eligible for this program. So Pell Grants, Lifeline assistance. If there's income qualifications. If you have one person income and it's less than $2,400, $2,430 monthly, you are automatically apply for this program, as well as two-person household with a $3,280. You can go to our website at valleycom.com and find out information, and also follow the link to apply for the service or to find out if you're eligible. Or you can contact our office at 775-727-5312 and just follow the IVR to the billing department, and you will receive a $30 benefit every month from the government. On most of our programs are $54.95, so you would only be paying $24.95. So get out to valleycom.com, get on the website, and see if you're eligible.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's look through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam and look at that burro who's getting a good look at us. Beautiful weather he's enjoying and no rain in sight. We'll take a closer look at weather after the burro break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app you should have on your phone for Labor Day. Oh, you just missed it. It's not too late. 80 degrees out there in Fernley. Fallon hit 81. Carson City, Weather Twins with Fernley at 80. 78 degrees out in Tonopah makes them the Cool Spot Award winner. Congratulations. Tonopah, cool once again. 79 degrees out in Goldfield makes you second cool. 87 in Beatty. 95 out in Amargosa is the Hot Spot Award winner. Las Vegas, perfectly pleasant. Poolside at 90 degrees, and out in Death Valley, it's 103. Big burly desert degrees, but here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at our current temperature. 89 degrees, feels super fine. 91 just a little bit earlier. South-southwesterly winds to 9 miles per hour. Didn't do nobody no harm. Sun rose this morning at 6:18. Setting this evening, look at that, 7:05. Lost a bunch of daylight over the weekend. Hope yours was good. A low tonight of 66 degrees. And winds out of the east-southeast at just 7 miles per hour. Not too bad. Humidity, 35%. Going to give us clear skies, beautiful star watching as we head on into the rest of the week. Sunshine. Look at all this sunshine. Man, 5 days of sunshine coming at us. Temperatures in the mid-90s. Winds reasonably in under 10 miles per hour. Monday, Tuesday, after the weekend, it's going to get a little cloud cover coming in. We might see some rain. We'll keep an eye on that weather system as it approaches. But in the meantime, the next 7 days look bueno. All right, back to the desk. Here's Unette.
Thanks so much, John. And looking at that forecast, I feel like a winning slot machine. Sun, 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 sun. Thanks so much. And to all of you out there, please enjoy this post-Labor Day weather. The unofficial end of summer, but it's still gorgeous outside. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and A's Country Radio, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.